So this is quite funny that this came up. Came up 4 months ago on here, but the most effective response to a narcissist's accusations. What boggles my mind is why somebody would think that his stuff is taken seriously. Like his accusations are so far fetched. He sits there and says things like, so it's interesting that this is saying because they need to have a false narrative about themselves. They need to believe this narrative that he can't take responsibility. Everything he does is so vindictive. And he sits there and says, I'm being vindictive. In fact, he actually believes, because he said this to me before, it doesn't matter what I do. It matters how you react. No. If you're out there trying to have my children taken away based on false allegations of meth and neglect, okay, to the new future victim that he is mooching off of financially because he can't hack it on his own. He can't even find a place to live because nobody would rent to him with his history, which he would love to blame me for. But that makes no sense, since a lot of it's revolved around the fact that he's gone to jail because he's a drunk who doesn't stay sober and follow probation. We, out of all those years of marriage, we lived together 1.5 years in total, spread out, because he could not hack it in the real world. He's an institutionalized, vindictive narcissist. And he will blame you for his stress. He'll yell at you and use you as a punching bag because he will say he's just stressed. Don't take him seriously. He's just stressed. He doesn't mean it. He's not yelling at you. He's not mad at you. He's just mad. Well, he should be mad at himself because he ruined his entire marriage single-handedly. They say it takes two, but when you are dealing with a drug addict, alcoholic narcissist, that's all it takes. Why would he be so upset about the divorce? He could not keep me trapped. He used fear. He used all sorts of tactics that normal people would not use. I mean, because of his deep-seated fears of dying alone, which he will. I mean, that's where it comes from. Like, thinks he has to trap people in order to have them find something. It could be children. It can be an STD, which he does not mind giving out. And the lies. There's never the truth. It's so funny. October 26th, when he called in and made the false accusations that he did, he said, I'm supposedly facing federal charges. That's so funny because he actually told me that he was facing federal charges for something to do with an illegal porn operation in Missoula that they wanted him to take the fall for. Let's see, what else did he say? Oh, but when they saw him walk into the room, they all got scared and ran away. I was like, well, that's quite the end to the story. You're so scary, huh? You're so scary. Scary, yeah. That's the whole point of the stalking thing that they do. And it's just incredible. And there's always part of you that believes it. There's always going to be part. You have to take precaution because these people are consistently inconsistent. You never know when they're going to actually kill you. And he's threatened it. He's tried it. He's made this called a CPS on October 26th when he got arrested in Nevada. I mean, that's why he got arrested. They found him pretty easily. all this energy with a new supply watching because he can't get over me, can't get over his mistakes, can't accept it, can't just move on, can't stand his children, or he would try to do something with that, but he doesn't. Anybody who believes anything he says when he flaps his gums is just complicit in his demonic behaviors. You'd have to be. You can't be that level of dumb and think everybody's against Charles. Everybody's against him. It's not him. How could it be him? He's only got a history that precedes him all the way back to childhood. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I want to watch this a little bit more.
As you engage with anyone on an ongoing basis, you're going to come to the realization that sometimes we just don't think the same. We don't interpret life in the same way. We have different preferences or priorities or different ways of approaching various kinds of tasks and projects. And healthy individuals make room for variety, and when we run into moments where we just are in a certain kind of conflict, we can have a give and take flow of communication. Narcissists don't do that. Narcissists have such a fixed notion about how correct they are and how you just don't have the same enlightenment as them, that they bring an easily critical mindset toward you, and of course that's going to set them.
It's funny when he says that, enlightenment. I remember this weirdo trying to get me to believe that he was psychic. That was hilarious. He literally wanted me to believe he knew what was going on inside my house because he was psychic. Who thinks like that? Who thinks like, he said, if I really loved him, I would know what he was thinking before he had to say anything. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I mean, the thinking is way the heck off. He has no examples of actual lies. I can give you the lies I've told, according to him. And one time I would lie that I accidentally broke a toy that the kids actually broke, because he would flip out if they broke a toy. And they were little. He was on Kratom at the time, and he was losing his crap left and right. And I didn't even know that that's what it was. But he uses that stuff so heavily that it is toxic to his body. He's in pain, and he's tired, and he's flipping out, and he has headaches. He starts throwing up eventually. His body will hurt. I mean, it's just like if he was coming off pills, pretty much. That stuff is toxic. And he claims he uses it for his stomach. No, he doesn't. If he really cared about his stomach, he would stick with the regimen of the free program that I got him onto with Entivio and not start drinking and actually do something. All talk and no walk. All talk and no walk.
Towards having lots of accusational comments in your direction. How many times have you heard the narcissist say something like, your family is just nuts and you know it, or why did you do something this way? I hate it when you do this instead of this. Here's what you need to do instead. Or you're just like your mother, or you're lying to me right now. Accuse you of being argued.
This is funny. I know that he will say that to manipulate the other person. Say that, he'll call them by my name. They might call them by Tina's name. That's his stepmom. Anytime he has to face a fact, he'll use those terminology. He'll use those names. Or he'll call you Satan. Or he'll say, you weren't there. I don't know what he'll say. I mean, I know a lot of what he'd say. All those ones I just gave the example of. I mean, it's hilarious. It's like you are not, he will train you not to ever question him because he flips out. And the tears are a lie. oh, I miss my children so badly, is a lie. He does not. If he did, he would take care of his children. But he doesn't take care of them in any way, shape, or form. He spent his time trying to sabotage me in the courts to take the fall for his not seeing his children. But it did not work out very well at all. And he just got to the point where he's like, screw it. I'm not even going to bother. Yeah, because you made a fool of yourself, right? Or you were done impressing whoever it was that was around. You had to make it look like you cared to somebody. Does that one a lot. Like, puts on this show. I mean, that call to CPS was so ridiculous. Why would they ever, with their history with that guy, why would anybody say that and think that they would actually do something? Oh, we better go get those kids. He's going to steal them. We got to put them in protective custody because they're not safe with their mom. Sorry, doesn't get to work both ways. Either you get to go to jail for your phone call, or one thing that's not going to happen is my kids are going to get taken away. Because that would mean, we need to press charges on that guy. You're not thinking straight. And then once they put you in jail for that, then they give the kids back. There's like a no-win situation. And it doesn't keep you from having to pay child support. Anybody's thinking along these lines. I mean, they don't consider any of the details of their stupidity at all. They don't think clearly. I mean, it's just crazy. Why in the world would you think that saying the things that you did would ever elicit a response of them taking the children? First of all, I haven't seen hide nor hair of CPS in over 2 years because they're sick of you. They're sick of your calls. You're the only one that calls. You or their monkey, your monkeys. I mean, nobody listens to people who say the things that they do. They're stupid accusations. She lives off her husband's money. Her kids play naked in the sprinkler. They're like 1 and 3. I let them pee on the side of the road. This is Montana. Everybody pees on the side of the road. But babies? Who was I let? Lenny? He was what? At that time, he was also 3? I mean, the accusations are dumb. My children are like shells. And they're losing their hair. They just stand there. And they don't respond to anything. And then everything's proven completely in the opposite direction. It's the stupidest things. He would get us to be homeless and then turn it in hopes to get us back. That's how he got me back when I went to San Cooley. Because him and Betty Mater schemed together and turned off my water, and I thought I had frozen pipes. I had a plumber come out. She told him, don't you ever come out here again. And she paid him herself because she knew she turned off the water, and she knew it was only a matter of time before she was caught. That's why she had to pay me $800 to move out. And I didn't know for a long time that this is what happened. But it sure was. I took Charlie's phone one night while he was sleeping, and I verified that he was lying. And I have pictures of all the times he spoke with Betty. I could even line up the picture of the time he spoke with Betty when he tried breaking into the house 9 o'clock at night, threatening me, claiming I had a man there. You're the one who cheats. And he cheats a lot. He has no control in the situation he's in now. Yeah, this is what he does. The narcissists move in with women when they're homeless. And they will tell them whatever they want. They will get them to believe whatever they want. They look for weakness. They look for strengths. Which ones will work for him the best? He's a predator. And the more he lies, the more I put out. He doesn't like his lies exposed, so he tries to say that I'm the one doing whatever. You're the one doing everything. Just leave us alone. Don't call my apartment complex and try to get us kicked out because you want to lie some more. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. Just do what you need to do. Follow probation. Be healthy for yourself, for your children. I mean, my goodness, every breath you get is a freaking blessing to you. I mean, it's another opportunity to do what's right. Take it. It's ridiculous. You want people to believe that I'm mentally ill, but then you act the way you do, and it's like nobody's convinced. Not a single person. You have nobody. Except some girl that barely knows you at all. If she knows you. If she's still with you and paying for you. Paying for your keep because she's been manipulated, or she figures you're better than nothing. I don't know. Something's better than nothing. Got to get past that mentality, people, because that will keep you trapped. Lack of faith in God will keep you trapped too. God opened every single door I needed, and He has never let one weapon formed against me prosper. Once. So, I don't know. I'm not living off of anybody because I have my own place and I have my own income, despite what Charlie says. Oh, she gets welfare. Well, yeah, because you don't pay your child support. You owe almost 20 grand. You do not pay child support. I mean, he would rather focus me and shame me for being on welfare while not being shamed at all. I mean, not only does he not see his sons whatsoever have anything to do with them, he doesn't pay his child support. Blatantly and on purpose, he doesn't. And then he screws everybody he works for over because he disappears, or he doesn't show up, or he's sabotaging people on the work site, including the boss. He loves calling OSHA. I mean, yeah, that's how he lives through life, just false accusations, fraud, lies, and sabotage, and threats, and following through on threats, slashing tires, the lists go on. The lists go on. He stalks people. He has put in every bit of energy he has into doing nothing right. It's ridiculous.